Hey guys, DM Philosopher here, Matt's the name. Just going to go over my latest map pack here. So we've got a battle map for the Elven Town Forge and Market. So this goes with the Elven Town map that I've done previously. Let's jump in there and have a look at this map. Okay, so here we've got plenty of Elven buildings. We've got paths that sort of lead and on and off the map, both top, bottom, left and right, so you can connect it up to other maps. And so we've got a variety of buildings here. Most notably, we've got a forge here on the left hand side of the map, so it's quite a complex arrangement they've got there. Elves being quite industrious, and also we've got a sort of a marketplace building where there's market stalls and something like that, fruit, vegetables and something like that around, available for the elves to go and acquire. So this is the daytime gridded map. Just a note about the amount of zoom that you can have here. You can see that the detail is maintained when you zoom in. So if you have your VTT software going and you want to use the grid, there's the gridless version as well if you want to put your own grid on there, but if you're using this grid or you're printing it onto paper, then this grid shows that the detail is maintained even though you zoom out. Now this is a 4K screen. If you're using a 1080p, then you'd expect the same sort of quality based on a quarter there, so you'd be right zoomed up. But if you want to run an encounter specifically in sort of a very tight part of the map, then you can keep your players just focused on that small area. Because of the size of these maps, you can definitely run multiple encounters. So you could zoom up just here on that sort of market stall area there for one encounter. You could do another encounter here by the front of this building, and you could zoom in tight for the forge as well. But just because this map is so large, it gives you plenty of opportunities to use it in different ways. So anyway, let's jump in and have a look at the other maps. That's the daytime gridded, the daytime gridless, the nighttime gridded, and the nighttime gridless. And then we've got these point of view shots, which are good player aids. Really help set the scene and establish the atmosphere and the aesthetic. And you can see that it's sort of in a forested, sort of mountainous sort of background there. And there's that fountain in the sort of the middle there, and the stalls, the market, and the forge. And then we get an oblique angle, sort of looking down from the bottom to the top, and then from the top to the bottom. And then we've got exactly the same point of view shots, just taken at night time, so you can run this map and encounters day or night, and keep the characters sort of invested with the time of day and so on like that. So that is the battle mat for the Elven Town Forge and Market. You can find that on RPG Now, and I'll post a link to that underneath my YouTube clip as per usual. I'll be doing a few more of these Elven Town maps, just so that it gives you a good toolkit for running an Elven settlement, and when combined with the forest maps and the rough forest maps, then it really gives you a very in-depth toolkit for running that sort of encounter set. So yes, thanks for listening, and happy gaming, people.